Hey folks, hey, I wanted to just introduce you to this plant if you're not familiar with it. This is Sunshine Ligustrum from the Southern Living Plant Collection. And this is an evergreen shrub that grows in zones 6 through 10. It's hardy through the winter in those zones. But this is in the Ligustrum family, which is also known for Chinese privet. And as you know, you may know, that Chinese privet is considered invasive in many states because it drops seeds and naturalizes in areas where we don't want it. Well, this variety does not drop any seeds, so it's not going to be a problem being invasive anywhere. It's going to get about 3 to 6 feet tall and about the same width. It tends to grow up a little bit more upright, so it's probably not going to get quite as wide as it does high. This has been in the ground. I planted this spring, and this was a 3-gallon shrub. It's doubled in size at least right now, but it goes great with red foliage, with flowers, with other colors. This is a really good plant to plant with other colors. So I've got a larger one that's been in the ground for about 5 years now. We're going to prune that. I'm going to show you what size that plant is currently. So let's go take a look. All right, so as you can see, this shrub is about 5 feet tall, 4.5 to 5 feet tall right now. Been in the ground about 4.5 years or so, and I have pruned this many times. I have pruned it all the way to the ground, almost a foot down to the ground. And so this thing will take a lot of pruning. It'll take hard, heavy pruning and bounce right back. This is a really tough plant. Now I have sheared this in ways that look more like almost like a dome shape or a cone shape. I didn't really like that look. I really like kind of that natural branchy look of this shrub, and it tends to do that. But I've got a unique way that I like to prune it that gives it a little bit more of a layer and some contrast in color. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you how I like to prune this to give it that layered look so that you get some different color variations in the shrub. So let's take a look at how I do this. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down inside the shrub, and I'm going to try to find some lateral branches. I don't want to prune it too hard because I don't want to end up with too many gaps, but I'm going to prune out some smaller branches like that. You can see inside the shrub where there's not as much sunlight, it's getting a little darker green, and where it's getting more light, it turns almost white. And so I'm trying to expose some of that green to get that layered look right inside here. Now, don't be afraid that if you do cut out something that leaves a bare spot, it may look a little weird for a short period of time, but it will bounce back really quickly. It will not take long. So if you do happen to over prune or cut a limb out that's too large, don't worry about that because it's going to come back. Okay, right here you can see I got a little out of shape. This is actually getting shaded a little bit by this Delta Jazz Crape Myrtle. But I don't want to trim this back because I really like this color contrast. So I am going to kind of try to clean this up just a little bit. And so it gets a little bit more even growth. I always try to step back and take a look and see what it looks like and just see if there's anything else I want to take out. And you may not like this look. You might rather have a very uniform, formal look, and that's fine. This shrub will take any type of pruning you give it. It's very forgiving. You can do these in topiaries too if you want. Put them in pots. A lot of people do that. but I like to expose some of that darker green against the yellows just to kind of give a dimensional look to the shrub. Now I'm going to be removing these Obsession Nandinas and transplanting to a new area because, as I said, I let this shrub grow larger than I intended when I first planted these because I was going to allow the Nandinas to be a backdrop to this shrub, but now I've decided to let the shrub have room and do what it wants because I really like the look that it gives with this Delta Jazz Crape Myrtle. It's such a good color combination when this Delta Jazz especially is in bloom. And if you're looking for good color in the garden, it is really hard to beat Sunshine Ligustrum from Southern Living. Great plant, I highly recommend it. So easy to grow, very carefree. The shrub just does not require any babying at all. It's just a great shrub and just so much you can do with it with different color combinations, with reds, dark greens, with other colors in the flower and perennial garden. So give it a try. Hey, thanks for checking out my video on Sunshine Ligustrum. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave that in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching.